SUNSfan here with syndereN. Upper bracket match, the first of today.
If this game is any indication based on the draft, there's going to be some big-ass team fights coming out. You've got RP, you've got Ravage on one team. The other side has Supernova, Ghost Ship, and Axe Call. So, like the panel was talking about, look for the circles, you know, and look for first blood.
Yeah,
probably.
it's already happening. Mira looks to be dead. First blood goes the way of Liquid already. That was very fast, but at least we caught it on camera this time.
Yes.
As Miposhka is going to get skewered a bit. Nisha with some body blocks of his own.
Okay.
Looks like they might be able to pick this one up as well, as he only has Fire Spirits, which is of course on cooldown. Another dead shot to come. And one Stormbolt into the right clicks. It's enough for Liquid to already be off to a 2-0 start. Now these two teams obviously played each other quite a bit this year, syndereN, since they've all been to basically every LAN throughout this calendar year. Kind of doesn't matter what the meta is, what people are picking generally. Like, this is a hero that he will pick because he feels comfortable with it. And there's a reason for that, because he absolutely destroys.
I think, you know, a lot of the time when people bring up, oh, hang on, iNSaNiA.
Yep, he's in a bit of trouble. Battle Hunger applied right now. Looks like he'll tick out eventually, as there's an Inkswell now. On to miCKe. Mira will likely die shortly after eats a tree. It's not going to be enough, as now just the position 1 and 3 are there to clean things up.
But top 3 net worth currently sitting on the side of Liquid. I'd be pretty happy about that.
Boxi, he's going to get pursued by Miposhka. Fire Spirit hits as well. This looks like it's going to be a kill one way or another. Nice dead shot, though. Not going to create enough space, and eventually Boxi will fall.
He's probably going to miss a wave and a half, if not 2, on the way down here, and that almost feels as good as killing him, to be honest. So, not bad, Liquid.
It's not as satisfying.
That is very true.
Get that dopamine run. Zai at level 5. Oh, Nisha mid lane is going to get X's. Miposhka makes his way over as well. Do they have enough? But looks like he's going to get off that skewer with the shockwave to follow, but they're just going to right-click him into the ground. So nice pick-off there from the likes of Spirit.
In the meantime, it does cost them Yatoro, though, because there was a 3-hero play top coming out from Liquid.
Then you take apart the Vanguard for Octarine, and you go for the old
yeah. You get that arcane blend.
That's right.
Works wonderfully.
You're being sarcastic. I've seen him do this, though.
I genuinely think it can be good.
It's very good.
It can be good, but it's very expensive. It's a luxury build later on. Okay, they're going to try Zai this time.
Well, they have several heroes here, most of the team, in fact. Zai is going to get some support coming, but it's going to be too late as the egg is dropped as well. Now the cancellation of the TP. Miposhka technically gets credit for that kill, and now Spirit looking to take out the tier 1 tower as well.
But that's the perfect example of what I was talking about, right? It's a 4-man rotation.
Okay, showing off that blink. Culling Blade likely to follow. Nope. Or did he actually get it?
He did.
Okay, good. I like Culling Blade stack. TI12 main stage upper bracket, by the way, in case you're wondering why we're having a podcast right now.
All right. Dead in the water. We're done. It's called what it's called. It's a great name for the spell. All right. We have a call and a dunk.
Beautifully done. So another dunk from the side of Collapse and Team Spirit.
All right.
Oh, we're going to see the Harpoon being put to good use here from Nisha. Inkswell's coming for him, though. The Yule's dodging a bit here. Collapse is finally going to get off that call, but he doesn't really have that much of a backup here. It's just the Phoenix. iNSaNiA, okay, they're going to be able to blink away. Another Harpoon coming into a skewer back into the fray, and egg is placed, but Collapse, he actually gets the call. He's going to be able to get the dunk off. He does! They actually canceled the RP, thinking they wouldn't need it. And now iNSaNiA might die as a result, but no, here comes the big bad Sven, and finally they take out Axe, but it's going to cost them 3 overall from the side of Liquid. Deadshot connects onto Miposhka. Looks like they'll at least get a second, but my goodness, that seems like that Culling Blade should not have happened.
This does mean, like you said, that there's going to be a natural rotation here for Spirit to finish the Tormentor, so I'm actually a little bit surprised that they're not opting to kill it off right now. Maybe they think the CK shard isn't worth.
Oh, nice time away from Larl. Boxi's going to have to use his ult to stay alive a little bit longer, but he's stuck in this corner. There's Collapse with the call, and eventually the dunk to come. That is dunk number 5. Collapse just continue to roll. Will be the boots.
Oh, they found Zai as well with the Yules. Brambles.
He's going to connect. He's going to have to make his way through this maze. He has a very fat body, but looks like he'll be able to find his way out into the arms of Yatoro. And Collapse comes in as well. Another chop to his name. Now the tier 2 tower will take some heavy damage here.
Like, essentially, at some point, you're going to have to pull the trigger and go for a fight. And with the BKB on Magnus, maybe that's it. How long can you wait here is the question, right? You've already waited quite a long time. And the one smoke move you made. Oh, hang on, there we go.
God's trying to use everything on to collapse, but the blade is destroying him. miCKe gets deleted, and now Nisha puts himself on the cliff, pulling an Arteezy. Oh dear, he's completely surrounded now, and it just feels like it's inevitable. He will fall in the end, 2-0, as Spirit is rolling over Liquid, and that's going to be another chop to collapse. And just like that, Team Spirit take even more firm control of this game.
It's quite uncharacteristic. If I'm being honest, Liquid are making some pretty significant individual mistakes. I say rare, but he's one of the 4-position players I would say that are less greedy in terms of itemization. You saw him rush the Yules here, but just feels like, you know, the state of the game here, it's very safe. You don't have to get an additional utility item like a Glimmer Cape or whatever. He's doing a lot of work with just what he has, so.
Yep, Boxi. Phantasm into death. There we go. Okay, Soulbind is there as well, it looks like, but Nisha's gonna be able to BKB skewer away. Collapse comes in for another kill onto Zai. Not even much needed, really.
It's just too easy, you know? Like, when's the last time Liquid actually got a kill in this game? I feel like it's been...
We haven't even seen a dead in the water yet.
That's true.
That skill is dead in the water. miCKe comes in with the God's Ray. He's gonna be able to kick out one, but that's just the Aegis. Can he take out Collapse in tow as well as the egg is continuing to go out? Will get the stun off. And he is reborn. miCKe, not so much though. And it looks like Liquid are starting to crumble now.
Nice dispel.
Oh, the RP actually puts him onto the high ground. And there's the buyback from Muerta. He's going to be able to pop that ult as well. So he'll do significant damage. But tidal wave is there from Larl. Not going to do too much in effect here. They've already lost 3 on the side of Liquid as Yatoro limping away. Larl with the XTP.
Oh,
looks like he'll be safe.
Collapse is 10-1. They combine with him very nicely. I love the pick in this game, not only for the Tide, obviously the matchup there, hero to hero, but look at all the synergies he has in his team. He can get Bedlam from his IO.
Oh, dead in the water onto Axe! Into what though? miCKe gets off a stun as well. He's still anchored. He's ignoring the anchor, and finally Nisha comes in, gets off a skewer with the BKB as well. Collapse completely surrounded. Will they kill him? Finally, they get a kill for Liquid. Yatoro now trying to run away. His BKB still activated, about to run out though, taking heavy damage. Will fall. Now Zai with what feels like the first Ravage of the game. Now Larl's gonna be completely surrounded. Miposhka on the high ground as well, but he doesn't have his egg quite yet. Torrent Storm dealing significant amount of CC, but it feels inevitable that they will be able to get this Kunkka kill. So Liquid are going to end up finding 3, trying to dive to the Ogre, but not going to happen. iNSaNiA gets the kill. Liquid with a 3-0 fight. Are they alive? That all started with dead in the water, by the way.
It was a great punish from Liquid, but they're going to need more of them. 13K is still a mountain to climb. Roche is up in 2 to 5 minutes. Wonder if Spirit kind of looking at high ground here, which is okay.
Well, the call. Yatoro comes in again. Do they have enough? He's going to get off his Ravage, but he dies shortly after. Does have buyback though. Maybe a bit of a mistake. He's going to use that buyback right now as miCKe coming in. He's going to be able to delete Mira to start this fight. His Collapse is being chased now. The egg doing a massive amount of damage with that Sunray applied as well. Beautiful shot from Miposhka. But a nice RP coming in very soon is Nisha. Doing a decent amount of damage, but now, can they do enough? Skewer back with the anchor applied to him. Another call comes in, though. It's Yatoro, and everybody is super low. Collapse somehow lives. Meteor Hammer, of all things, causes the death of Yatoro. And Larl TPing out. The other side of the tree line, he will be okay. So it's a 3 for 2 in favor of Spirit. They maintain that gem, it looks like.
And that means if that style doesn't work, if you don't find that exact type of fight, you're playing Spirit's game.
Liquid, Satanic
this is
now
what they want to do.
For Nisha.
Radiant
Go.
Scanning.
Will they find each other though? As Roche, we
Collapse
can see will be up in third and second.
Here.
That shield room, he's going to get the initiation up onto the Sven with the Sunray coming in from the egg as well. It's Nisha looking for the RP potential. He's going to be able to skewer a couple away. Stormbolt to follow. There's the right click to commence, but miCKe is extremely low. He will fall. The anchor comes out along with the Ravage as well, but that's a dead Nisha. Already 2 cores dead for Liquid. And this is looking very, very bad for them as Zai stuck between a bunch of brambles will eventually be brought down as well. 3 for nothing. Make it 4 as that chop potentially brings this game to an end. As iNSaNiA onto the high ground in his base. Will be the lone survivor for Liquid, but now they're on the doorsteps is Spirit. But
it just feels like
no Ravage, no RP.
Yeah, how do you fight without Tide and RP, right? You have these 2 big ultis, so when they're not available.
You do have dead in the water, though. I feel like their last really big matchup is Corby's being taken on the sideline here, it looks like. It was Riyadh. It was a 3-1 for Spirit.
So now rocking about 127 armor as well as 4,500 health. You put a Sunray on that, you put a Ghost Ship on that. Put an Aegis on it too, so you got to deal with it twice. The work's definitely cut out for Liquid. And the problem is here, even if you do kill him, right, you're only taking fights during BKB, but what happens when the fights get long, right? Can you actually even stick on targets? There's so many problems. You have to deal with the Torrent Storm, the constant tidal waves for your melee course, navigating brambles. Well, they find Mira, so that's something.
Honestly, for people that have been watching a lot of Dark Willow, that was kind of cathartic to watch her die in that manner. But it is a very valuable pick. We've seen it as core a lot of the time, but the fact that it can be flexed between...
Okay, miCKe is in.
Okay. Yes, Nisha on the sideline uses the Harpoon as well. RP coming out.
He's not
only on for one, though.
Yet.
Kunkka is super healthy. Yatoro still ready to go on the outskirts of this calling, though. Kunkka getting a bit low. He's going to have that cheese to be able to stay alive. There's a Soulbind onto 2. Is this going to turn into anything? The big Ravage coming onto 3. They will find Larl in the end. The Liquid off to a pretty good start. But can Spirit try to capitalize? The Dark Will is still dead from earlier, so just like that, it's a 3v5, but still Aegis intact for Spirit. There's the call, re-aggression from Collapse. Yatoro coming in with that Silver Edge. Gonna get skewered to the other side, though. Can he arm the way? No, it's gonna be veered to the other side, and that is the Aegis down. They will get Zai. iNSaNiA, I think he'll be able to TP out, so it cost them the Aegis. I mean, considering how this game is going, that's not that bad for Liquid, but they did expend a lot of big ults that have long cooldowns. And anybody that's called will be Battle Hunger. Now Battle Hunger will steal armor, essentially. So, pretty damn good. This was buffed like 10 different times, just very small increments.
Yeah.
Now I think it's actually crazy.
Oh, Nisha. Nisha!
At the call from Collapse. Will they be able to get this kill? The Soulbind is there, though. Shield Rune activated right now onto Larl, so he's super tanky. Torrent Storm is there.
Oh,
that's Storm right off the bat! Oh, that's not where you want to be, Nisha. He is dead. No buyback.
He's just
very unlucky.
Him on the fast BKB, and then he ends up dying into a Collapse.
To the base now. iNSaNiA is their target. He's going to get Tidal Wave back into the fray. He will likely fall shortly after. 2 for nothing. Now Yatoro looking for another set of barracks.
Hard to imagine how this doesn't turn into mega creeps. You need to do some sort of crazy stalling tactics, but you don't have the heroes for it.
A dead shot to start things out. Try to delay as much as possible. Calling down as well as miCKe, looking for an opening, but going to be the range racks in a minute. If they get the melee, that is going to be megas. Still 10 seconds without the Magnus. Zai get initiated on. He can't even use dead in the water. He's just dead in the water himself. 70 seconds of no tide, and that is now mega creeps for Spirit. And they're going to be able to get out without losing a single member of their team. Let's see how disciplined they want to be. Because they don't know that Zai doesn't have buyback, I believe.
Right.
It's 700 gold off, so it's not timer related.
Collapse is going to blink call the wave.
Yep, very important to do that with the Agnes Scepter to applies Battle Hunger to everybody. Is miCKe trying to keep him at bay. There's a skewer in from Nisha onto the Kunkka. Larl in a bit of trouble. Nice egg with the Sunray, going to keep him quite healthy. But look at the damage being applied from Team Spirit. They're just destroying Liquid. And Boxi on the outskirts. GG's called. And Team Spirit completely dominate game number 1.
Yeah, that was just world class. I don't really know what else to say. Made Liquid look... I mean, they made Liquid look weak, but I also think there's some clear adjustments that Liquid can make going into the next game in terms of draft and overall strategy. They felt a little bit stifled, too much of the same thing in their strategy, and Spirit just were able to effectively win the game primarily through skirmishing, right? They recognized, okay, Liquid's lineup wants to take these big 5-on-5 engagements. What we're going to do is we're just going to have Axe blink call the first guy. We're going to pile on that guy and kill him, and then their combo kind of falls apart. So as long as Collapse gets to have this kind of a start, I guess to set everything up like he did.
I mean, we talked up his Axe.
Yep.
Ends the game.
He delivers every time, it feels
15,
like.
15, 2, and 15. That is a dominant performance in the upper bracket. Just one more win away from securing, I believe it's top 3 in TI12.
And as much as we highlighted him, played really well, right? And Blitz talked about in the pregame interview, he's like, Miposhka is the most annoying player in the world to play against. He played a phenomenal safe lane Phoenix. We didn't really cover it that much in this game, but...
And you're going to do it with an Earth Spirit. I haven't seen Larl playing this hero since Dream League Season 21. Why are you whipping it out now?
Oh, honestly, this game, a lot of mid heroes was banned, so pool wasn't that big, so we choose him.
Welcome back to game number 2. According to Silent, the coach of Spirit, they suck ass. Do you agree, syndereN?
He said they're mid. That's something else.
Okay,
There's a little bit of a difference.
Might have first blood here, potentially, as miCKe is already getting gone on.
He is.
A ton of damage via collapse. He's getting blocked a bit though as miCKe will end up dropping just barely to the right click of Mira on that Shadow Demon collapse. He's going to end up getting traded out, so it's a 1-for-1 to start as iNSaNiA's continuing the pressure onto Mira, but they're going to walk away, going their respective ways. See what kind of build that Boxi ends up going for. I know it feels like they start out as support with Norton and then eventually turn into a core anyway.
Oh, big damage on Zai. Nice block,
body block.
Miposhka.
Yatoro going to continue on.
Oh.
Ups the one, not going to survive. TP a little bit too late as Yatoro claims that kill. Spirit Breaker
can buy Silver Edge, but it's a little bit awkward because your initial attack obviously has to be melee. You have to charge through, so you're at the mercy of vision and potential counterplays.
And Boxi gonna dodge the roll. Unbeknownst to him, Nisha gets off that Rolling Thunder. Now Collapse stuck inside the calling right now. Looks like that's gonna be a freebie for Liquid. Nice turnaround as another strike going to be applied to the Phoenix. Miposhka dives away, very low HP, takes a full swashbuckle with the shield crash to follow here.
Oh, nice headshot.
Larl able to get the initiation off onto Nisha, but the heals coming out from iNSaNiA. Will it actually be enough? They're going to take out the Pugna first. What about that Butler? Now the chase is on. What are you 2-for-1 right now is Yatoro ready to go. miCKe running out of mana though. As you can see, the ult from that Shadow Demon applied to Zai. He just can't do anything. A nice place calling though. It's not going to be enough to save out Mr. Zai. Triple kill for Larl. As miCKe going to potentially go for some more, but looks like they'll back away. So it ends up being a 3-for-1.
I guess if you don't get BKB Lincolns, you're very pressured out of the fights by Demonic Purge. You might want a protection item as well, so Silver Edge isn't going to be at the top of his list exactly. Charge.
Yeah, Miposhka.
He's going to complete it. Oh, wait, he stopped right before. Oh, that's bad.
Turn this around now. Ravage comes through from Collapse as well. Zai already dead. If they can somehow find miCKe, but no, not enough lockdown. Dead in the water, not there yet, syndereN.
Yeah.
Not 15 minutes yet.
Just losing out on some pretty valuable farming time. We'll have to deny this mid tower now as well.
Collapse and Mira in the same vicinity as these three members of Liquid. They're going to find the tide to start. Looks like Mira just drops very shortly after this engagement started. Is Collapse getting charged on? Nice dodge out from that ult on Nisha. But this is going to be way too much damage as Zai makes his way over as well. So a 2 for nada.
That was very nicely placed calling from Boxi, getting that double silence immediately. Very aware of the plans that Spirit had to stall that fight out and maybe get reinforcements, and completely denied. So 2 kills for Liquid. Pretty much a dead even game right now. And they might find another one. Miposhka.
Yep, not going to bother ulting there.
Yeah, would have died anyway.
Okay, level 12. 300 away from the Deso for himself. We have a Midas, of course, on Zai. I think it's the only... Oh, I spoke too soon. Larl has a Midas himself as well. Larl taking a lot of damage from Nisha, who now has that Diffusal Blaze completely out of mana, getting a charge on by Zai. A big kill for Liquid. As iNSaNiA ticking away ever so slowly to that Magnetize. We can see Mira gets dropped by Nisha as well.
They're kind of just getting overwhelmed by the raw mobility and just skirmishing power of Liquid's team. This is the type of way you want to play against Tide, is to just not take 5-on-5s, so you can find 2v2s, 3v2s, whatever. You're looking great in those, and Nisha has been very involved.
Yep, that shot not going to be there, but the swash is there from Nisha. He's going to use the inhibit as well. The heals coming out, and yeah. That's a dead Yatoro again. So Liquid starting to create some serious momentum on their side for game number 2.
I'm sure they can fix it. I want to say Spirit's worst minutes in the tournament, I think that's fair to say, have just transpired. And
yeah, miCKe
they're going to try to make up for it.
Caster Curse reverse potentially. Going to get the Ravage as well. Do they have the damage to get through? Disruption from Mira. And that is a dead Weaver. Big kill for Spirit.
Very
desperately needed.
Very, very good. He was going to get off the time lapse. And their lineup has extreme late game potential, I want to say. Phoenix, one of the best scaling supports. Shadow Demon as well has massive late game potential. Tide can definitely be a big factor in late game situations too. And Earth Spirit Core, who used to... Oh, hang on. Oh my God,
Nisha
so fast.
in a lot of trouble. He gets deleted.
Yeah, doesn't have any defensive item yet. He's working on that Manta.
I mean, the game was slipping away from Spirit, but now 2 extremely important kills for them, and they're back in this.
I don't know. I'm not sure if it's good enough. Maybe just go.
Yeah,
he's going A the lens for now, and then we'll see what his next quick buy item is. Charge from Zai.
Another strike will be there as well. Do they have the lockdown? Yes, the bash is there. Let's go from Liquid. Oh, I was going to say another Midas may be coming for Boxi, but he actually switches up his build to be a Greaves instead. It's helpful for the team.
That item is not very popular.
That's true.
Interesting choice to see coming out from him.
Yatoro, early blade mail. Nisha's going to pop that rolling thunder. iNSaNiA trying to make his way over as well. Gets another blast. They have the vision now with that charge coming through, and that is a dead Spectre. Big kill for Liquid as they're just training him left and right, it feels like. As Liquid now back in decent control of this game with a 4K lead.
Yeah, a lot of things can't get up when they fall off a cliff. Thank you very much for your sight.
Liquid with a 6K lead. We haven't seen a Roche attempt quite yet.
Charge from Zai.
Charge in from Zai.
No silver though.
Collapse is going to pop the pipe. The strike's going to be there. Mira is now in the area with the disruption available. Not going to use it yet. They're trying to get rid of these little bugs. And there's the Ravage from Collapse. Can they turn this around? Ult in from the Spectre as well. Disruption. Oh, actually going to get some decent heals from this egg as well. Still nobody has died somehow. Larl comes in. He's taking the brunt of the damage. There's a disruption, but now he's on enemy lines. Looks like that's going to be the sacrifice for Team Spirit. Collapse ends up living throughout the day here. He's going to jump right back in, uses that anchor. That's the dead in the water onto the Pangolier. They're going to lose their Shadow Demon, though. And Yatoro is going to have to back away because they just don't have the damage right now. And miCKe going to be whipped into submission, but will just Shikuchi away. So 2 dead for Spirit, 0 for Liquid.
And the panel talked about this, right? Spirit might run into damage problems in the mid game, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. Larl, without that BKB, he just gets shut down. And there's 2 BKBs on the side of Liquid with massive impact there. The Spirit Breaker as well as the Weaver.
Yeah.
But the fight's not over.
Yeah, he's healing up quite a bit. Eventually will fall. Meter Hammer actually connects onto 2. miCKe with a beautiful time lapse. He's going to get most of his HP back. As a result, as Yatoro just get right-clicked down by miCKe on that Weaver. And Spirit lose a very valuable member. I don't think they can go any further. Collapse with no ult, of course, used in the previous fight. And Zai, well, that's a Spirit Breaker, so he's fine.
Yeah.
He's literal opposite as an ancient apparition.
And then he just keeps Magnetize running on targets during it. It's a difficult challenge to overcome for him.
Roche being attempted. In the meantime, Miposhka going to get another struck, but Zai, it is a 3v1.
Well,
I feel like he's going to get out because, again, Spirit Breaker. It's a 4v1, in fact. My goodness. Collapse was looking for the anchor, but KB's going to prevent all that.
Any hero that can farm their own side of the map and join fights within seconds, just have that as a huge advantage, right? On Spirit side, it is the Spectre. But Spectre's farming speed.
Big smoke for Spirit. Can they find miCKe? The Ravage to start things out. He's dead. My goodness, that was quick.
Yep.
Now they kind of wish the Aegis was on him instead. He's going to have to wait 70 seconds and see how much Spirit can get out of this. But we'll see if that ends up coming to be, if they can try to contest this eventual second Roche. For now, that kill onto miCKe was just a little blip on the radar of Liquid because they are in firm control of this game right now. You see Mira being spotted out. He'll be taken out. Miposhka will be the first to go. Okay.
That was a gem, by the
2
way.
supports dead for Spirit.
For now, they're going to reap the rewards of having utter domination of the map. They'll get the second Roche, Aegis and Cheese. It's going on miCKe this time around. I mean, I wonder if Liquid want to try to poke the high ground a little bit with this, or once again, if they feel like this will ever get out of hand, right? Like how long to get Spirit, right?
Demonic Purge onto Zai. Do they have the damage though? He's at half HP with that BKB already activated. Going in really deep. They pop the egg with the Sun Ray as well. The Ravage is being expended as well. He's getting healed now from iNSaNiA. This cow will live on. Vegans around the world rejoice. He lives. And now they're going to try to turn this around onto Yatoro. But miCKe, he's taking the brunt of the damage. That's already the Aegis down. Zai getting one more charge off. Eventually he will fall though. So beef enjoyers enjoy, but Yatoro will drop as well, so there is a trade, and it's very heavy. 3 dead for the eventual kill onto the cow. Laps jumps in to get the anchor. Looks like it was Lotus to him instead. Another fortification. That's the last one for a while here from Spirit's side. This time on the Nether Blast. See that Deso just doing absolute work. That is a melee racks down. As Collapse wants to go a little bit further, another 15 seconds before that.
Oh, that's
a very precarious spot. Trying to get to the high ground. He's going to get disrupted instead. You can see Larl going in with that BKB and the blade mail as well. Still a lot of damage being applied, but no kills as of yet.
Spectre about to spawn with the Shadow Step here.
Indeed, they just need a little bit of vision. Larl Trying to provide that onto Boxi. They got to get something out of this, and they will. It's just the support. They lose their melee racks. Cost them dearly. Zai is now level 25. Yep, he's got a Stormcrafter. That's some nice move speed and mana.
Goes for the 20% greater bash chance here, so now up to 37. He's decent attack speed as well with his Silver Edge.
Yatoro, he was broken by the creep temporarily. That's going to be broken by the counter step, but he's actually going to use his ult onto the other side. Beautifully done. They kill off Nisha right off the bat, and Zai, he's left kind of alone with miCKe. iNSaNiA on the outskirts. The egg is placed with that sun ray being applied. Zai will charge away. In the end, it looks like only one will be lost, although the chase is not completely over. The later this game goes, the more comfortable I'm saying that their lineup is just better, paper at least, but a lot.
Breaker's always such a wild card, but yeah, in this
That's
game,
true.
In this game, at the very least, there are solutions that we'll see.
Oh my God! Collapse! Oh, he turns into stone though. Nicely done. He's actually going to live as a result, but it's going to cost Larl his life. Oh boy, that is not worth trading a position 2 for a 3 and a 5 now. Spirit down a 3v5, and they're going to lose more than just that range racks.
Well, we have all our theory crafting going about how late can this game go. Well, if you lose 2 heroes like that without buyback, you're going to get mega'd now. I don't think Spirit have any hopes of defending this without... Oh, actually, Earth Spirit buyback did come up, so maybe you could go for some sort of a hold with 4 heroes here, but this is going to be really, really difficult to pull off.
Sure is. The Ravage to start. There's the buyback as well. The egg with the Sun Ray. In addition, Zai.
Oh, they actually got him.
They actually deleted miCKe. Somehow locked him down 100 seconds without their Weaver now. Can Liquid get away without any other casualties, though? Boxi is going to get anchored. He's going to have to fight his way out of this one. Looks like Zai wants to continue on. He gets off the charges. Larl's going to pop his BKB. BKB's galore, in fact. There's the Rolling Thunder from Nisha with the roll-up. Being used to lock several heroes down from Spirit, but they do lose their support in the end. Nice roll onto the high ground. Finds iNSaNiA. Eon Disc will just delay the inevitable. So 3 kills in favor of Spirit. They defend what looked undefendable and indefendable, whatever the word is.
Super close to being 4 kills. Still, given the circumstances, that could have just been the end of the game instead. So I guess you got to take the small victories where you can get them.
Lapse with that Meteor Hammer. Going to be able to take out this tier 2 tower, looks like. Need to go for the anchor smash on buildings, by the way.
They find Yatoro.
Find Yatoro. Disruption's going to keep him safe for the time being. In fact, it saves him in the end.
Demonic Purge.
Okay. Demonic Purge applied to him. Collapses in the area and has a big charge from Zai trying to keep the rest of Spirit at bay. But the anchor's applied to the Pangolier. That is a dead Nisha. Does have buyback. Just waited out. Still had the cheese as well. Zai and company trying to find more than just the Shadow Demon. They're going to find Miposhka. Looks like he's donezo. Oh, just barely getting out. Was the tide. So Collapse does live.
Pick up the goodies. There will be a refresher shard on this.
Will Zai have 2 refreshers?
Can kill anyone really fast, essentially, if they just find the Ravage opener. Liquid are very cognizant of that fact. Let's let the Nether Blast do the by step.
Yeah, you'd think that with the Dark Willow we saw the other day. Basically a trebuchet from a global range. You still lose the game. There's the Ravage. He's going to try to put everything onto miCKe. That's just the Aegis, though. He is surrounded. Zai coming in with the charge. Nisha with the Rolling Thunder as well. The egg is placed. Spirit Liquid actually want to stick around. They used a couple of ults just to try to be able to fight this. Is Zai able to charge out with that refresher. Boxi going to pop his ult, trying to apply as much pressure as possible, but now he's in no man's land. He's going to use the refresher shard that we were really theory crafting.
Ah, yes, the refresher pike that we all thought was going to be.
Oh, dear.
OpenAI would have killed him there, but that's the kind of reactions you need.
Yep, true. Time to ask ChatGPT to play your game of Dota for you. Shot. Rolling Thunder. He's actually going to get it off. Gets a stun onto 2 as well as miCKe trying to apply as much pressure, but there's the disruption. Mitigating a lot of the damage here, but now the pressure being applied to Mira, who dies and now buys back. Prepify. Onto Yatoro. He's going to get onto the high ground safely. They can hold on to this for the next Roche off. Could be in the next minute. That would be huge.
Love the placement from Zai here. He's Breaker waiting for any Well, to maybe pounce. He will go here.
Yep, there's the charge to start things out for Zai. Looking for another strike, but the disruption is there. He's going to get cleansed now. He's already at half HP. He's going to pop his refresher, try to get away. The Rolling Thunder's now in with Nisha. Doesn't do too much damage, focusing all their efforts on the Larl, who's kind of on the sideline. He's going to turn himself into stone to stay alive. They lose the Shadow Demon, though. Now the roll away from Larl, being pursued by miCKe, who still has double damage. Collapse, almost gets insta-give, and now the charge is there to try to finish him off, and he does so successfully. Will buy back 2 members of Spirit with still with their ultimate, so Ravage is still available. Looks like they're going to be able to sacrifice iNSaNiA here. Yatoro's kind of all alone. iNSaNiA now, BKB'd, okay. Will he die? The nullifier's there to finish him up, but Yatoro, is it worth it? Is it worth it? You're getting surrounded yourself. The dead shot, he's stuck inside the trees, and he is dead. 100 seconds of no Spectre. The Ravage finally comes out. So 2 members of Liquid do die, but they're Ancient exposed from the Spirit side.
He was zoning 3 heroes for like 10 seconds.
And miCKe looking to get the rest of the buildings here to ensure victory in this game number 2 for Team Liquid. 2 buybacks now from Liquid's side. Mega creeps in their favor, and now it's a 5 versus 3 without the carry from the side of Spirit. The Ancient being exposed, all they have to do is right-click that with that Desolator until his GGs are called. This series is going to game 3, which I'm glad to see because it deserves it.
Yeah, really nice bounce back from Liquid. After that first game, they solved their problems from that first game very elegantly here with a couple of adjustments in the draft, right? They went away from this high cooldown reliant, big ball kind of strategy that they ran there, and now they're playing more skirmishy, they're playing more loose, more freely, and do a wonderful job. All their lanes went pretty well. They transitioned well into that mid game and started building up. And I don't know, man. I feel like Spirit Breaker needs to be addressed by these teams. Whether it wins or loses, this hero just looks so insanely impactful and like an absolute nuisance to deal with. Spirit definitely brought something to the table here to try to solve it. They got the Shadow Demon out. They play with the Earth Spirit with all these stuns and the Spectre who could connect. And still, Zai ends up having a monster of a game. And sure, he dies sometimes, but think about how much space this hero demands in the game, right?
The real simple answer for everybody out there for Riki mid, it's either going to look really good or really bad. There's pretty much no in between. So, see how that goes. I mean, this is upper bracket, so you can throw out some curveballs, right? You still have an extra life to work with.
That is true, but this is just not, this isn't even in my top 10 heroes I think of when I hear
Yatoro, he might actually die here. He slims back and down he goes. First blood for Liquid. That's why they picked Riki.
Riki has these 2 little jumps that do some damage, but it's not Pangolier tier.
Collapse now can bully a bit, thanks to it being nighttime. Here you can see already has a slight advantage in the laning stage. As bottom lane, Yatoro taking heavy damage. Applying as much pressure as he can to Zai. He can take a Thunderclap, pops the one to stay alive. Yatoro does end up getting the kill, but the damage coming out from Boxi in that Shadow Realm, just too much to handle, so it ends up being a 1-for-1.
Like now, the damage discrepancy is so big that Larl should get more or less every CS that he wants. Not be lucky enough to get the rune though, as that is covered by Miposhka, who has to probably... Okay.
He gets the double damage. Is he gonna get stunned? Do they have the vision? The sentry just in range, and down goes Nisha.
Yeah, did he...
Very greedy.
Ends up getting punished and killed by the Riki, as iNSaNiA takes a little bit of space mid. So Disruptor as a support, not the strongest laner, and very level dependent. So when you're playing this as a 4, if he falls too far behind, it's rough. So nice for him to get a bit of space.
Gonna get silenced, tossed up into the air. Inkswell's there as well. That's 2 deaths on the mid Riki. Yatoro gone on by Zai and Boxi, but he has the Shukuchi to enough distance away.
Yeah, but the hero, the way it works, right, is that...
It is snowballing.
Yeah, if it does fall behind, it can very easily become a liability, especially given the matchups that it has. Get caught by Night Stalker Silence, probably dead. Get comboed by Tiny. We've already seen that a couple times, so gotta be very, very careful if you're Nisha here.
Miposhka, nice tricks of the trade to dodge out the Inkswell. Nisha will get a kill as a result. Collapse, going onto the Spectre. I think he's in a lot of trouble. Down he goes. Big kill for Spirit again.
Yeah, Liquid had both of their supports mid there trying to get the additional kill onto Larl, but that was just not going to happen. Spirit immediately identified that this hero positioning from Liquid is punishable, and they jump on that spec. Mid lane, Nisha, good smoke screen.
They have the damage here.
Trouble here if he gets out.
Blink strike onto The creep wave. We're going to see a primal split from Zai, who's showing up. Miposhka's going to die. And if they can take out Larl, this would be a very needed kill for Liquid. It looks like they'll do just that. The Avalanche is going to provide a little bit of space, but nobody has come to his aid. Down goes the Tiny. Good use of the, I believe that's the first primal split of the game from Zai.
It's just beautiful Dota, you know, they're rotating very well around each other. They're bringing the right numbers to get the kills. Very clearly tell that both teams kind of have identified that in this game, that style is what's going to be.
Zai's going to get caught out by the Avalanche. iNSaNiA to follow. It's just a perma-stun with the toss. Just incredible.
miCKe is probably in trouble too here, maybe.
Get silenced. Larl continues to pursue. Does not have the Avalanche quite yet.
He's dead.
Yataro's there with the Shukuchi, and down goes another core for Liquid. All they lose on the Spirit side is the support, at least for now. Tricks the trade. Nisha, the blink strike away as Larl getting relatively low, so Nisha could try to finish this off. iNSaNiA getting some right clicks before it's inevitable end, and they're able to take out Larl in the end, which is much needed for them as well as Yatoro. Time lapses to get some HP back, looking for iNSaNiA. A couple more right clicks are enough. Puts down his ult, but it's not going to do that much. Smoke screen a little bit too late as well. Attempted TP from Yatoro. The damage! Not there! Yatoro lives. He does it again, syndereN. For another, but Collapse can feel it. Daytime again. Yatoro has his Dragon Lance, going to go for the Death Cell, so Larl, he's going to be spotted. Static Storm inside that kinetic field. miCKe is here as well. Do they have the damage to take out Larl? He's going to get glimpsed back into Zai's arms with that Thunderclap. He's going to get tossed away, though. Already lost their Grimstroke to start. The Primal Split is there from Zai. They take out Larl. So 2 big kills for Liquid. They're going to lose their Dark Willow in the process. Is Yatoro coming with the Shukuchi as well? Swarm onto several heroes. This is going to be a lot of damage if they don't take this off. As Collapse getting pursued now by miCKe, going to get glimpsed back and will die on the cliff. As iNSaNiA gets right-clicked down into oblivion by Yatoro, attempting to TP out again. Can he do it again? Yes! How many times is he going to get away with this?
He does make some clutch escapes, but Liquid's still taking some good fights. I do favor that result for them until this happens. If Ricky dies, it's pretty...
silence, so no tricks to the trade quite yet. iNSaNiA's there, they have the damage.
Now that is huge, because that's basically bigger than the rest of the fight combined almost. Larl getting the last hit there is going to allow him to pick up a Blink Dagger. Don't really have the same pushing prowess in their lineup. Their lineup's actually just flat out really bad at taking towers aside from Brew, right? That's the one hero that will get that done.
But he's so good, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he has to commit his ult to get it done though. Okay, Zai.
Primal Split is there. Mira going to provide some cover, but will be surrounded and eventually brought down.
That's a Shadow Step and a Primal Split.
Mira.
Okay. So fine, Miposhka.
Yep, another support kill. Going the way of Liquid, so take out both of them from Spirit's side. Getting some extra levels on the Brew. Pretty normal pickup from this. Sometimes you see like something before that.
I think Liquid have to be a bit careful here. Maybe they're overstepping.
Avalanche onto 2 from Larl. Static Storm being applied though on the other side of the fight is Collapse. Taking a lot of damage. He's completely isolated himself and he will drop. Big kill for Liquid.
All right, that looked like it was going to get scary with the TPs coming in and Larl having the blink angle, but it happened to Liquid went in time.
Right into the smoke screen. Nisha is going to find Mira. He's going to dodge the Avalanche as well. As miCKe looking to finish the job in the Invoker. Now Larl completely getting going. Well, he's actually going to live now thanks to the support coming in from the south of this side of the map. miCKe looks like he's going to opt to dodge this fight entirely. Another TP out from Liquid. The Shadow Realm TP with the high fives, but the Avalanche is there, so Spirit do get one.
It's a buyback Collapse, so that's honestly an awesome outcome for Liquid. I thought that was going to get really scary. They're frontlining their Brewmaster without Primal Split. Very curious how he's going to itemize in this game, right? Because we talked about Crippling Fear being really good against certain heroes, so a lot of the time you want to buy Blink, but I just think there's too many problems. If you blink in, you can get glimpsed away, you get caught in Static Storm.
Oh boy, dead. Another big kill for Liquid as Larl will get dropped in his own jungle. Miposhka next. Double kill for miCKe. Liquid starting to mount a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a lead for themselves in this deciding game number 3. Not that far off from Radiance for miCKe. Has that Sacred Relic. There's one more component to go. Larl, it's going to be spotted. They have the damage this time. He is surrounded, but Miposhka's on the south side. He's stuck inside that kinetic field right now. Static Storm to follow as well. Completely surrounded by this Primal Spirit. Rulings. It ends up being a very easy kill for Liquid. Time this Brew Split is online, it feels like it's just a kill. Mira's gonna get spotted, stunned up as well. There's a smoke screen onto 2. Down goes the Invoker. Soulbind is there though. Yatoro trying to clean up on the backside. Not able to even get the support. Has to time lapse back. Yatoro continue on here. They are able to find Nisha.
Oh, that's a great tornado.
Into several heroes. Yatoro looks like they're able to take out Zai now. And the rest of Liquid now on the run. Inkswell a little bit too late.
I'll say Mira's tornadoes this game have been borderline perfect, honestly. It could end up clipping nobody, but he gets them on like both outer edges. This one was more like a straightforward one. Oh well.
All right.
That was a long chase. He got there in the end though.
Going to the ends of the earth to get position 5.
That was another buyback from Spirit though, so they end up paying again to get themselves a pretty good trade. This one feels more worth it though. This time they got the Ricky out. Very big kill. The kill bounty for that one being claimed by Yatoro, and he also claimed iNSaNiA basically solo.
Yatoro in a bit of trouble, does not have mana for his ult. Inside that smoke screen, down he goes. Liquid find Mira in addition. Nisha, double kill for him.
This bedlam.
Not too far away from Manta.
I think they have 5 people employed full time.
He
to
never
make
leaves the
Rubik and Morphling work in Dota is
true.
It was a choice.
They regret it, I'm sure. Shot. Oh.
Miposhka.
Step onto Miposhka. He looks to be very dead.
Oh, wait, they got that. Yatoro
in a lot of trouble.
He's okay.
Okay. Looks like Ricky's going to stay alive here. Terrorize is there, not really clipping too many heroes as Nisha gets off the smoke screen again, but the right clicks are way too much from Yatoro, who actually will live through this engagement. It's collapsed now, taking a Spectral Dagger, nice tornado onto 2. Zai is there with that Primal Split available. Mira, gonna go in, Biz, just going for a D-Ward, knowing that he is likely dead. So 2 for 1. Favor ports for mid Ricky.
Very, very straightforward. They will grab it. We'll just go to it. Will be Yatoro, unsurprisingly.
Gonna break things up for the time being. 3 minutes still on this Aegis. Spirit trying to force something.
Yeah, Collapse wants to steal the Wisdom Rune here. That'll be a pretty big steal. He's pinging it out. He has perfect vision of this, so there will be the scan coming out from Liquid.
Oh,
it will be too late.
Fight.
Actually, he didn't. Okay.
He did not go for it. He wants iNSaNiA instead. Crippling Fear now onto 2. They can get the Primal Split, man. They can do it. He cannot get off his ult. 50 seconds dead for Zai. That is a huge ultimate not available for the side of Liquid. They're going to lose Grimstroke, though, to start things out. And Nisha getting pursued. Already at half HP. He's taking so much damage. Weaver just rips him a new one, but Larl dies shortly after. Lots of trades on both sides. Throw popping the BKB. Sunstrike not going to clip. The Ghost Scepter's there for Boxi, but will eventually die.
And you know Night Stalker is also likely to buy that item, so yeah, probably BKB is the right choice, but it doesn't feel great for Zai to have to itemize like this. I'm sure he would way rather get something else.
miCKe trying to TP out. He's going to be spotted, though. Already at half health. All he can do is stand his ground, but eventually does die.
That is
big kill for Spirit.
Real big. He was on a 7 kill streak. The kill bounty actually going Miposhka's way. I wonder what he's going to buy with this.
Agon himself.
And Invoker, of course, and Ghost Walk. Formation of plenty. You got to react real fast when these drop out of invisibility.
Silver Edge for Larl, so they have the break to take out miCKe.
Yep.
It will be the action.
They're both gating.
Yep, he pops his BKB, but he's only at half health. Gets off the Avalanche. Trying to... Oh, okay.
Glimpse. Not quite.
Okay, the BKB was still there.
That was close. Yeah.
If you time that just right, it can be devastating. But the BKB is down.
Nice TP from Larl as well. He TP'd the moment the Basher stopped proccing, because then he has a very high chance of not getting a second Bash on him, so he did get out of that one. But quite a funny
Which is coming up soon. Collapse wants to take a fight. They're trying to apply all their pressure to the Spectre, but they don't have the break with them right now as Mira taking the brunt of the damage from Nisha on this rig. He's pop his BKB, wants to finish off the Invoker. He does so successfully. Now that's an instant buyback from him as Nisha, only with 1 smoke screen to go. Collapse just trying to bash him down. He will do so. They will buy him back immediately, though. Now, continuing on the fight as Boxi dies inside that kinetic field. miCKe trying to apply some pressure to Larl. He's already at half health, but there's the break. Can they finish off the Spectre? But no. Not going to be enough damage, at least not yet, but jumping in is Collapse to try to finish the job, but there's the Manta style, keeping him alive. Yatoro, though, very healthy, will claim the kill for himself. Now focusing on Zai, whose primal split is already down, barely lives for the last Geminate attack. Big Sunstrike coming out, double kill for Yatoro. And just like that, I mean, effectively it's a 4v3 right now, but there were some buybacks coming out.
Yatoro with the Satanic, effectively second life in that fight. Collapse just keeps playing the angles with the ult, so.
The items are starting to be a little bit too crazy from Spirit. From Larl alone, we talked about that Silver Edge. His Ags hasn't purchased any components yet, but he's almost done with it. Zai can be found by Collapse and have to BKB. Fine as a result.
Bounty.
miCKe, oh, he actually finds him with the Avalanche. iNSaNiA's coming as well. Gonna pop that Manta, get stunned out outright. Do they have the damage to take him out? There's the Silver Edge break, and with Collapse there to hold him down, that is a very big kill. 80 seconds of no miCKe.
Collapse hits for 500. We're talking about Yatoro's damage, but this Night Stalker is no joke either.
Yeah, boom, boom. Down goes the melee racks. See if they back away. Still 30 seconds on this Aegis, so they don't really have to if they don't want to, but disciplined play from Spirit in this crucial game number 3.
I mean, it means that if the fight extends really long, still we'll have an advantage. Gate up here. Maybe try to get a flank move going. They do have a smoke on the Miposhka if they
really
want to.
fast Roche. 8 seconds.
Oh, Mira gets caught immediately.
Yep, deleted. Does have buyback, though. That's a long respawn timer, though. Might have to buy back here if you want to contest Roche. There, crippling fear initiation from Collapse with a nullifier, bringing Dark Willow down to her knees. Boxi's dead. Now Collapse standing his ground against Nisha, doesn't really care about anybody. Primal split already activated. Larl swiftly killing a couple of them. He's gonna get pursued, he's gonna get dusted. In fact, now he's kind of all alone. He's gonna get Abyssal Bladed by miCKe inside that Static Storm. Now big kill for Liquid. No buyback for Larl at all. They do find Ricky on the other side, so big trade for the likes of Team Spirit. Now miCKe trying to run away, being pursued. Nullifier with the blink from Collapse. Double kill for Yatoro, and Roche will be joining you very shortly.
And despite having that Ag Static Storm, if they don't have the Ag Static Storm, I think Tiny doesn't die. He couldn't use the cheese, right? So, all right.
Like the old Dota 1 days. Now the backdoor protection's gone. This is second lane of racks for Team Spirit.
That took 10 seconds. They could get Megas here for sure. He's not going to back off.
Just a Brewmaster and 2 supports.
They're going to keep glimpsing it back.
The damage is still applied. It could be global for all he cares. Delay tactics coming from Liquid again. The BKB pop from Collapse. They have the win in their sights. They take out the tier 3, but now backing away.
Yep, primal split. They're gonna respect that with the Ricky respawning.
So that is going to be
all right.
The Aegis, the cheese, and now Refresher Shard, which Collapse is going to hold for the time being.
Yeah, well, he had that already, right? I think they instantly ate cheese.
Really hungry. He definitely ate it.
Sometimes you're just hungry, you know.
It happened. Aghanim Scepter now there for Miposhka, by the way. We talked about this as a potential thing. His Dark Portrait.
Well, they find Mira.
He bought back recently, so that's technically a dieback. 5v4.
They need to hurry back to base, though. This is fast.
Range Rax is going to die with one more right click. In fact, they might be just going for the kills here. Collapse getting the Crippling Fear. There's the Abyssal Blade as well. Is that enough damage to actually get a kill here as miCKe trying to limp back to his fountain, but Larl and company forcing out the fortification. Now Larl looks like he's going to be the sacrifice for Team Spirit. They don't get what they came for, but they did force a fortification.
Yeah, Weaver needs 4 free seconds, and this is Megas.
He's going to show himself, push out these lanes. You're right, especially without that fortification, it's freebie if Weaver's in your base, but Liquid, they want to do some base pushing of their own. They're sick of being stuck in their own. Okay. Oh,
holy!
Getting surrounded and destroyed. Let's have his buyback intact.
He was not ready for that jump.
Everything out here. The Primal Split taking out the tier 3 tower in the bot lane and now focusing on the barracks. Team Spirit, are you going to lose a barracks after all of this? Collapse, again, still has his buyback available. Primal Split is ending though, so not a whole lot of tower damage after the fact.
This Dark Portrait is effectively forcing them out. Look at it. Oh my god.
Pretty strong.
Yep.
Won't lie. Very tense moment now.
One guy in the audience liked it.
We all digest that great joke. Time of death, whatever 51 minutes, 40 seconds in Dota game. Tormy's available. Nobody's thinking about that, though, other than me. 9K lead for Spirit, which at this stage, not very much, but the building advantage definitely in their favor. Collapse popping the ult, looking for Zai. Crippling Fear is there. Pops the BKB. That's all they wanted to get out of it. Nisha trying to go on top. He gets the Abyssal Blade onto Larl, stuck inside the Static Storm, but pops his BKB of his own and will walk away safely. Everyone just trying to wait out this Primal split now. Collapse looking for Nisha. Nullifier still applied as Larl kind of just stuck in place. He's going to eat the cheese to survive. Nisha's dead, though, as Collapse basically soloed him. Does have the buyback available. See if he expends it at this moment. Looks like miCKe's going to be next on the list, though.
No buyback on him.
That's big. No buyback for him, so that's a 4v5 essentially, with the buyback now coming out from Nisha. Collapse for the kill onto Zai. Tornado for the time being already at half HP. He's just melting under the pressure, and that's another hero without buyback on the Liquid side. Effectively 5 versus 3. And all is open for Spirit to potentially take this game number 3. Now going for the tier 4s. That's the last fortification for Liquid now. Yatoro is using Satanic to pick off Cursed Crown, not even caring about anybody. It's so much building damage. Already both tier 4s down to Static Storm, putting all their efforts onto the Weaver. Larl literally ignoring everybody, along with Collapse, as they will take down the Ancient, and Team Spirit secure themselves top 3.
What a great game, especially the first 20 to 25 minutes. These teams were so evenly matched. Every single fight was trading of kills. Nobody really truly dropping the ball, but in the later moments of this game, some of the clutch moments, a couple of pickoffs on the Spectre really slowed him down. Nisha very much lost the advantage that he had early on, and Spirit just kept the ball rolling. And I think, in essence, the biggest difference in this game, I want to say, is the amount of core deaths that end up happening on the side of Liquid, right? You've got 10 deaths on Ricky, you've got 7 deaths on the Spectre. And sure, Larl has got 9 on him, but only 4 on the Weaver and 5 on the Night Stalker. the lowest death hero in the game having 4 deaths is, you know...
It was a bloodbath.
It was absolutely a bloodbath. And these two teams, I mean, there's no saying they won't meet again, but at least for today, Team Spirit, the stronger team, guaranteeing top 3, and well-deserved. What a great series. Both teams, I don't think anyone is really disappointed with the level of play that was shown today.
Another team goes to the lower bracket that are ridiculously high skill. I mean, they had such a good year in Team Liquid, so I'm sure they're not done quite yet. But yeah, it's quite a performance here from Team Spirit. I think that game particularly, Collapse's Night Stalker created so much space. I feel like that hero can kind of be it can be a blessing in disguise, or it can be terrible. But the Ricky was what didn't work out for Team Liquid. Let's see what the panel has to say about this series overall as Team Spirit, again, secure top 3.